What up, y'all? It's your girl Kadia, aka Mariama, and I am back again with another video. As you can see by the title, this video is going to be a girl talk about how to become resilient, how I have become resilient, and how I want to share my craft, my trade, my grace of resilience with you all as well. So if you are interested in this video, be sure to stay tuned. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning to my channel and supporting your girl. I appreciate the support, you know I do. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in and just giving this channel a shot. Whatever you're going through, just know you can do it. So we're gonna hop right into it. So I love words. I am a word geek. I am a research geek. I am a nerd, and that I love to research things. If I don't know, I'm going to look it up. If I feel like I have an idea, I might still look it up, because I think knowledge is really good. Knowledge is power, and it just is a great thing to have, a great skill to have. So first, before we really get into anything, like, I don't know if you guys like, all right, gosh, I'm like going through with my voice, with my getting tongue tied, like y'all making me nervous. It's like I'm just playing. So anyways, if y'all get into like research or like words, y'all like I said, I love words. So before we can really talk about like resilience or all that stuff, while I was writing these notes, I was like, okay, well, let's figure out like, what does it mean to be resilient in the first place? Like, you might have an idea, is like, oh, to be strong, to be able to get through things, to be like strong or whatever. Yes, those are very much like the definition, but we need the facts, okay? Like, if you are ever in a debate or whatever conversation with somebody, like, honey, we can't even go further in this discussion because you don't even know what you're talking about. But we are not going to do that. We're going to be intelligent. We're going to know exactly what resilience is, and we're going to be resilient. So, what is resilience? First, resilient, I'm going to read y'all different definitions. The ones I really like that got some juice in it, I'm going to read it again. So, resilience is to spring back, recovering readily from illness, depression, adversity, or the like. Returning to the original form or position after being compressed or stretched. Okay, so after being compressed, how have you compression? Of course, like something is like going together, or stretched. So you're either being compressed and you're still gonna be resilient in that, or you're stretched, you're growing, you know? So just work with me here. Okay, so to be resilient is the capacity to recover quick from difficulties. To be resilient is to be toughness. The ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape. Y'all seeing that? You see and noticing the bounce back. Listen to these definitions, okay? An ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. You see where that compress or stretch come in? Okay, let me read that again because I love this one. Resilient, or to be resilient, is an ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. Okay, misfortune, that's that compression where you like going through something, and then or change, to be stretched. Okay, like change happens. Change isn't always bad. It's uncomfortable, but it happens. Okay, and then the last thing I'll read about the definition of resilient is the capability of a strained body to recover its size and shape after deformation caused especially by compressive stress. Okay, has occurred or whatever. That's not at the end of it, but whatever. So the capability of a strained body to recover its size and shape after deformation caused especially by compressive stress. And that's the definition of resilient. Okay, with not resilience, resilient. They're cousins, they're best friends, they're sisters, whatever. So resilience is that bounce back ability, boo. Okay, so we need that in life. Okay, so this girl chat is going to be, or this girl talk is going to be how I have mastered the art of resilience, and how you can master that art, that craft, that ability, that skill, that life skill that we all are going to need, because we all are going to go through something, period, is the ability to be resilient and how that works. So to be resilient also is to, oh my gosh, I'll be having like muscle spasms, maybe because I be getting just so ready for these talks, whatever. But to be resilient is also to be buoyant. That was one of the synonyms I think I seen in that. So to be buoyant is to be cheerful. So like fancy that, like you are resilient. Imagine like being a resilient woman, okay? You are, it says toughness. Now I ain't trying to make y'all masculine, give you masculine abilities or nothing. That's just that's in the definition. So you have the ability to spring back or to bounce back. And it said you can adjust easily to change. A synonym was cheerful. So imagine you being a beautiful, feminine woman that can handle her own, or that can handle life. I'm not talking about just going through like financially. I'm talking about just different things in life, death, hardships, jobs issues, church issues, friend issues, relationship issues, family issues. You can be resilient in all of those circumstances. So to resilient also, a synonym with that was to be cheerful. Capable of maintaining a satisfactory high level. To be resilient, that is a quality that you want as a woman, okay? Especially as a woman of God, as a woman of worth, as a young woman, as a young teenager. You want to be resilient. An employer, you would want somebody that's resilient in your company. Like, not somebody that's gonna, just fold or whatever, but you want somebody that's resilient. You can bounce back. We can, get back from this. This is a hardship, but we can make it through this. Death has happened. We can make it through this. You want to be a resilient wife. You want to be a resilient worker in the kingdom, for God, whatever it is that you're doing. You feel me? Y'all with me? If you're with me, comment down below. Okay, if you're with me, like this video. I'm just playing. But let's see what's next. So I hope y'all get it. If you don't, just rewind it. Those are some definitions of resilient and what it means. It's that bounce back ability. It says satisfactory high level, to be cheerful, to be tough, to adjust easily to misfortune or change. You got it in the bag, sis. That's what it means to be resilient. Okay, say, God forbid, why people always want to use money, but God forbid money is a little short. Okay, I can be resilient. I can bounce back from this. How can I do this? You know what I'm saying? I'm an asset. I know how to be resilient. I'm not going to be stressed out about it. You know what I'm saying? Relationship issues. I can be resilient. Lord Jesus, you're going through something, but you can be resilient. You can bounce back. You can adjust to this. You know what I'm saying? Relationship with your friend. Different. There's so many different things that you can go through in life where resilience is so beautiful. It's a beautiful quality skill trait to have. So I'm just going to talk about 3 things today as it applies to resilient. Question number 2. So in this little study of resilience, or this little resilient course, we could say, to start off, I said, what is resilience? Boom, check that off. We already got it. Question number 2. How did I, Mariama May, personally become resilient? How did I obtain the art, the craft, the skill, the life skill of resilience? And the first thing I wrote down is I went through, period. In order to be resilient, you got to go through something. Just be real. You can't life can't be a flowery bed of ease. You get everything you want, when you want, how you want, at your job, in your relationship, at church, with your friends. If you ain't never, excuse my language, my grammar, whatever, but if you ain't never went through nothing, I ain't trying to hear nobody that ain't been through nothing try to tell me how to be resilient. I need experience. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody that's experienced to be able to impart something to you. in order for you to really grow and get something out of it. You need somebody that's experienced. So the first thing I said is I went through. I had some hard things happen in my life. I'm only 23. But in my life, just being real, like I've had to struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had different struggles with going through with friendships, with going through different things personally in my life and family, financial things. Like I have went through things. I may not always, look like it. I may not always act like it, because that's my past. And like even the things that I'm going through now, I know that I'm going to overcome them. So I'm not going to wear that on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying every day is just sunshine and roses. I'm a resilient woman, but it's like, okay, I can get through this, period. I'm gonna get through it. That's like the mindset that I have in life. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to be a boss. No matter what comes my way, I'm gonna get through it successfully on top. I'm not gonna be on the bottom. I'm gonna be on the top. I'm gonna be a boss. And that's just, it is what it is. Nothing and no one aside from God will ever take resilience from me, period. So I was presented with a hard time or an obstacle or an opportunity. Because remember, that's that compression, and then that's also that stretch. Being stretched, sometimes, of course, that means growth. You know what I'm saying? You're enlarging your territory. With growth comes hardships. You can't, just get everything easy, sunshine and roses and peaches. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my posture. So I was presented with an obstacle or an opportunity, presented itself, and you just kind of got to go through something in order to be resilient. Like, that's just a given. That's just, it is what it is. Okay, number 2. I was honest and am honest with what's going on as far as like what's going on within me. So resilience, I feel that is something that you have to get for yourself. Like, you can see different role models. You can be like, oh, I want to be like them. But like, you just looking at somebody is not going to give you the resilience. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be like, oh, resilient. I'm going to be resilient because she's resilient. Like, no, boo, you got to go through something. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be real, and you have to be honest with yourself and your feelings. And once you learn to be honest with yourself first, because how you treat yourself is going to reflect on how you treat others. So even just recently going through something in my personal life where I had to deal with the situation, it was very hard to be honest with that situation, but I had to do it. It was something that I prayed about, and you just go from there. And it's not always easy to be honest with yourself, but you have to be honest with yourself. Like, I'm a person that is very much in tune with my feelings, with my emotions. I'm in tune. Like, I know what respect looks like. I know what I will tolerate and what I won't tolerate. I know what is going to I know me. You know what I'm saying? I know my limits. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what makes me happy. I know what makes me sad, feel depressed, feel angry, feel upset. Like, I know me, okay? So once you know you, that like helps in other areas of your life, with your relationship, with your job, with family, with different things. Like, once you know you, can't nobody tell you nothing, okay? So I want to say, can't nobody tell you nothing, like you don't have constructive criticism, but it's just like, okay, I know me. So like, as far as like your esteem as a person and all that stuff, or your standards, or whatever it is, your boundaries that you set for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, for saints, for anybody, it's just like, So in order to become resilient, I was honest with myself, what's going on with my feelings. So like I said, be in tune with you. I'm always a big advocate for knowing yourself and being in tune with your emotions and your feelings. Like, that's very important. It affects your mental health. It affects your health. It affects a lot of things if you're not right with yourself. So you can use statements such as, this is making me feel, or when this happens, I feel, or when that happened, I felt this. When you spoke to me like this, and it's just a mature thing as well. Like when, this is just an example, when my dad said this, it made me feel this. And that like will help you first to look at yourself and your feelings, like this made me feel this. Why did they feel this? You know, like not even in the sense of overthinking, but just knowing yourself, meditating, having these conversations. Sometimes people can say things that'll trigger something in you because of past traumas, or because of, you know, different things within yourself, not necessarily that person, but within yourself that you need to check. Okay, so it gets deep. But or when this happened, I feel sad when this, I feel hurt when this, I feel lonely, I feel depressed, I feel happy, I feel angry, I feel alone. When feelings come, I feel that we need to recognize them. Like have your brain take a snapshot of that. When I listen to this music, it makes me feel this. You know, like this music is a trigger for me. Like I can't listen to that, because when I hear this music, it puts me in a bad place spiritually. It hinders me from growing for God. Like when I hear a certain beat, like certain things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like just be very much in tune with yourself. So that will help you. Like once you're real, like be real. It's so hard sometimes to come to hard truths with yourself as well as with people, but learning that craft and that art when you're going through, especially when you're going through something hard, like when you're being stretched, it hurts. It's not easy, but come to grips with it. Like, man, this is really hurting me, but it's not taking me, it's making me. Even when you're being compressed and it's like, oh my gosh, like these people are like not for me, they're against me, it seems. But it's like even in those compressed moments, you are being made into something great. My camera might cut off, so I know, I'm sorry if it does, but I'm just trying to give y'all some gems. But yeah, be real with yourself. You hurt yourself the most, and other people too. You hurt yourself, but we're talking about you learning the art of resilience. You hurt yourself the most when you cap, when you're not honest with yourself, when you're not honest with your feelings. You are hurting yourself, okay? So honesty with yourself creates room for peace and independence. So that's where I was saying, like, when you come to grips with yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing. Why? Because you're at peace. First, you want to be at peace with God. I'm not gonna force my faith on you, but when you have peace with God and then you have peace within yourself, you are good. Like you are straight. Like I'm good with God. I know who I am. I'm at peace. Don't bring none of your mess, none of your insecurities, none of your trying to blame it on different reasons, different things. Like I am at peace. If I offended you, I'm at peace so much to the point I'm not too proud to humble myself. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that way, that's how you deal with it with different people. Like, you may have offended somebody. They could be offended in the truth, that's something different. But yeah, honesty with yourself creates peace and independence. I'm going through something. I'm being real with myself. I'm being real with my feelings. I'm being real with my emotions. And don't let people, family, blood is thicker than water. But let me tell you, that tongue, sometimes sometimes words can hurt you, boo, and cut you. But don't let nobody invalidate your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let it be your family, your best friend, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. Like, you feel how you feel. Now, granted, sometimes those feelings came because you misinterpreted something, so that can be changed. But the fact of the matter is, when this happened, I felt this. When this happens, I feel this. Cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? Newton's law, right? I think is what it is. Like every action has a reaction. But yeah. So, like I said, and then it creates that peace within yourself, because I know me, whatever, and that independence, like, I can get through anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. With God, I can do anything. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. That is a fact. So that brings me to point number 3. Last thing is How did I personally become resilient? God and prayer. Honestly, I would be a fool, I would be remiss, I would be a reproach if I did not give God the credit that he was due for the resilient spirit that I have within me. Like I said, I've been through some things in my life, with friendships, with job, not so much with jobs as much, but I've been through things in life that have affected me and created a resilience within my soul. Like nothing and nobody will ever, no circumstance in life, no poverty, no money, no misunderstanding, nothing will ever take away my resilient spirit. Like I know whatever I go through, I can get through that. God forbid he take my mom, he take my dad, he take my loved ones from me, I can get through it. It's hard, but I am not going back down to a depressed state. Like, yes, I will miss my mom. God forbid, I will miss my dad greatly, but I refuse to let grief engulf me. I refuse to let depression engulf me, anxiety, those things. I'm resilient. I'm a resilient spirit. I'm getting through anything. And y'all can get through anything y'all go through as well. So I prayed. I would not be who I am without God. I would not have resilience without God. And like I said, resilience to me, especially as a woman of faith, it has a certain level of grace to it. It's a certain beauty to a gracefulness and beauty that resilience has, especially as it applies to a woman, because it says to be cheerful. You know what I'm saying? To be cheerful is to be happy. And if you're a happy woman, you're a beautiful woman, because happiness is a choice, it's something internal. And so I feel like to be cheerful also can be like to be happy, to be joyful. It's a pleasant attribute to have, especially as a woman. Not saying that we don't have down days and we can't have down days, but I feel that resilience just has a certain gracefulness to it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's toughness, but there's cheerfulness. It's going through gracefully. The definition said to adjust easily to change or misfortune. It's a beauty in resilience and gracefulness. Toughness, I might seem like a masculine attribute, but women, we are strong. We are tough. I'm not saying, oh, I'm so strong, I can do anything better than a man, but it's like, I'm a strong woman. I'm resilient. I can get through it. Whatever comes my way, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to come through on top. I'm not going to barely do it. I'm going to come through on top like a boss and master every single step. Okay? With my heels on. So, yeah, like I said, I have to give God his credit for my mindset, for my personality, my energy, my optimism. And so don't let this head wrap fool you. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ as the Messiah, as my Savior, as Lord and King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And so that's who I would encourage you to pray to. That's who I would encourage you to build a relationship with so that you can obtain a resilient spirit. And yes, so that's all I have for this video today. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope it encouraged you. First to, if you're going through something, you can go through it resiliently, beautifully, gracefully. You may have your down days. We are human. It's okay to cry. I'm a big crybaby. I cry, but I make it through and I get out of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned something and encouraged you, and have a blessed day. Over and out.